Good morning, everybody. Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. I'm so excited to do some canning with you guys today. I have found some time. I need to get my freezer cleared out, and I only have one jar of cranberry, apple, pear relish left on the pantry shelf. During the holidays, I went ahead and grabbed some cranberries, threw them into the freezer. So today we're going to go ahead and get a double batch of this done up. Now, with doing a double batch, I don't anticipate needing to do it this next year, but let's go ahead and get started with the ingredients needed for this recipe. This recipe is brought to you by my friend Leanne at Mennonite Farmhouse. And she originally posted her video back November 8th, 2021. It's one of the first videos that I watched of hers. I went ahead and just printed this off from her channel, put it into a happy planner. I am not sure how much one batch makes for half pints because I don't remember, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. But let's talk about the ingredients that we need. This is such a yummy recipe. Now, we have a lot of fruit sitting here, and we do use sugar. So if you're looking for healthy, no sugar, this is not the recipe for you. So I am making a double batch, but a single batch needs 2 pears. It needs 3 apples. It needs 3 cups of cranberries or a 12-ounce bag. Now, these can be fresh or frozen. Of course, I bought mine fresh, but then went ahead and froze them. Then it calls for orange juice and orange zest. Oranges were on sale for me this week, so we're going to do some fresh orange juice. We're going to go ahead and zest these oranges. We're actually going to zest these oranges and go ahead and put some in the freezer as well. Then it does call for some orange liqueur. Now, this is something that just happened to be in our alcohol cabinet. I'm not even sure who bought it, but it ended up getting left at our house, so we used it last year. And I know on Leanne's channel, she does not use the alcohol, so if you're not interested in putting the alcohol in, you can go check out her recipe. Then we're going to go ahead and use some cinnamon and some nutmeg. We're going to go ahead and use some golden raisins, and then we're going to go ahead and use our sugar. Now, today I'm going to be using my ForJars lids. If you guys need some canning lids and you haven't heard of ForJars, feel free to use my link down below to save yourself some money. I've got some lids here, and I've got my jars in the soapy water, so they're ready to go. This is super easy. We're going to go ahead and get all of our fruit cut up, and then we will get making the recipe. This time of year may not have been the best time of year to make this recipe. For these 4 pears at my local store, I paid almost $5. But sometimes when you're going to can, you just need to do what you want to do when you've got time to do it. And so for me, right now was the time. So yes, I paid more for the pears, but considering how many jars of this that I'm going to get, it's going to be just fine. And of course, these pears are pretty soft, which is not a bad thing for canning. And we're gonna go ahead and get these all peeled up and then dice them up. So I'm trying to be careful peeling them because I don't want to destroy them too much before they get put into the pot with the other fruit. Right now we have the apples in there, then we're going to add the pears, we'll go ahead and add the cranberries in, then we'll get our oranges zested and get that orange juice in there. And we put everything in but the alcohol, and then we simmer it down. And it smells so good when this is cooking, you guys. This is one of those things. And that's why I said a cold day in March is, you know, an unusual time to be making this, since most people make this in the fall when the apples and the pears are plentiful. But of course, living where I live, it does not matter. You know, it's not like we have a local pear or apple orchard. So for us, it's just one of those things that we get it done when we can. And so you can see that that pear was super soft. I still love my corer though. It makes life a lot easier. Let's get this done. Look at all that zest we got out of these 6 oranges. Now I do have a 7th orange. I'm not going to zest it though, because I'm not sure if I need it. Normally about 3 inches. Normally about 3 oranges give you a cup of OJ. So we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna give this a rough chop really quick because I'm sure you saw it as I was going through zesting that they can be in very long pieces. So we've got this, and whatever we're not using, we're going to go ahead and freeze. Now, of course, if I had a dehydrator, that would be absolutely amazing to go ahead and dehydrate this. But how often does a recipe call for a teaspoon, a tablespoon of zest, and you go, oh, I just won't worry about it because I don't have any? Zest is a huge flavor bringer, so make sure you don't skip that. And so I need 2 tablespoons of orange zest. Well, I need 4 tablespoons, so we might need all of that. That's a lot of zest. It looks like we're pretty much going to use all of this. So, yep, we're just going to use it all. So none to freeze this time, but next time we will have some to freeze. Do you guys know what you're looking for when you're looking at oranges or picking oranges? so many people just go by the outside appearance. One thing, if you're using them, especially for juicing, that you want to pay attention to is the weight of the orange. I had a couple oranges in here that were a little bit lighter, so I know that I'm not going to get the juice from them. And then I had other ones that were just heavy with juice. So we need 2 cups of orange juice. So we're going to see if 3 oranges give us 1 cup. Right now I can tell you I did an orange and a half, and we are on track to get that amount. So let's see, let me move this here. Can you guys see that? That gray of that. There we go. All right, let's see. 3 oranges. Right here is our line. Not quite there. We're going to keep on juicing. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add the cinnamon and the nutmeg. This is a half of a tablespoon, just so you guys know. And I need to add 4... I need to add 4 teaspoons. I almost messed up, you guys, but a tablespoon is 3, so 4. And then we need a half of a tablespoon or teaspoon of nutmeg. So let's just get about half of this. There we go. All right, so we've got cinnamon, nutmeg, sugar, orange juice, orange zest, golden raisins, pears, apples, and cranberries all in our pot. And you can see that it is pretty full. And like I told you guys, this is a double batch. So we're going to go ahead and get this put on the stove and get this cooking. Now we are going to cook it for, we're going to bring it to a boil over high heat. We're going to stir it frequently. We're going to reduce the heat and boil gently uncovered for about 25 minutes until the mixture thickens. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of the orange liqueur to finish it off. Then of course we'll get it canned up. All right, everybody, so here we are. We're on the stove top. You can see that I'm still working on getting everything all mixed in, but it is on high heat and it's been on there for a little bit. So we are already starting to come to a boil. And you guys, this smells so good already. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision, as we hear so often. This recipe is absolutely delicious. And of course, that was coming off of the cranberries. Here is our mixture. It is now on low. It came to a boil. It's now on low, and we're going to simmer it for about 30 minutes. It's been simmering for 25. So I will bring you back in a while to show you what the difference looks like. All right, so here we are. We are just boiling away. We want to make sure that it's kept boiling. We've got about 7 minutes left or so, and you can see some of the cranberries are starting to burst. Some are still whole. Here is our relish. We're going to go ahead and add that orange liqueur in there now. And you can see why we removed it from the heat. Look what that liqueur did. And of course you can see we're sitting right here on my counter as I stir this in. So remember, sorry, that is so steamy. This is a double batch. I am not sure how many half pints we're going to get out of this, but let's get canning. Okay, we've got double stacked here. And so I have filled this up with water. As I said, this is a pressure canner, but we are just doing a water bath. All right. Our water bath canning is done. Going to pull these off. I think I chopped the apples smaller last time. So we'll see how I like this one compared to the other one. Wahoo! These are all done. They're making those beautiful popping sounds. And it looks like I got 17 jars. So I'm going to say a regular recipe probably is supposed to make about 8. And one thing I'm noticing in this batch compared to other batches, or the last batch I did, I think maybe I left the apples bigger in this batch. They didn't cook down as much as in the previous batch. Because if you look at this jar that I have left right here, well, yes, you can see some of the apples. They're not as prevalent as in these jars. So, yeah. All right, everybody, that's it for our canning video today. I will probably take a picture of this shelf once it's all full of the relish. And let's see, I don't know if I have enough room, because how many of these fit back? Is it 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? It's going to be pretty close to fitting on this shelf. If not, of course, we've got other gaps still. And let me know down in the comments, what's your favorite thing to can? All right, everybody, until I see you guys next time, remember to keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.